Hi, Jessie Nebulous here. Welcome to the channel. Today we are going to be checking out Late Night with the Devil, which I have not seen, and all I really know about it is what I saw in the trailer, which appears to be a talk show host interviewing someone possessed by a demon. That seems to be the premise, and that is how I am proceeding with that belief in mind. So let's just go ahead and get into it. I don't have anything else really to say about the movie. It will be edited for copyright purposes, of course. If you want to see the full-length reaction, you can check out my Patreon. You know the drill. If you watch reactions, you know what's up. So, alright, let's get into the movie. Now, the last scary movie I watched was Hereditary. So, that was incredibly disturbing. So this movie would have to really get to me to top that. No spoilers. I won't say any more about that movie. I'll just say it infuriated me. How do I use this water bottle? Aha, figured it out. I is smart. Okay. Oh my.
America, the 1970s.
I have never been a quitter.
It was a night of terror.
A time of fear and violence. Television.
Sounds familiar.
The first episode of Night Owls goes to air.
Good evening, Night Owls. I'm your host, Jack Delroy. The first of what I hope will be many, many shows.
Guessing not. I don't think this goes well.
5 nights a week, Jack helps an anxious nation forget its troubles.
Until he brings out a demon, apparently.
Jack's sights are set on the coveted late night crown.
Oh, he's going toe-to-toe with Carson.
Jack's association with the Grove, a men-only club, has been the subject of rumors since his days in radio.
Interesting.
And its power to make and break careers.
Oh, and the owl? And his logo's the owl?
When Madeline is diagnosed with terminal lung cancer.
Oh, but he's a smoker. I bet he feels guilty.
He's blushing right now. How's a girl not supposed to fall in love like that?
Oh, that's sad.
Leading episode in Night Owl's history, but still falls a point short of Carson.
Oh, that sucks.
2
Oh,
weeks later, Madeline is dead.
oh, that is sad. I'm kind of wondering if the group is kind of based on the idea of like the Masons.
Jack's contract is set to expire.
In desperation, he gets a demon.
Halloween night, 1977. What you are about to see what went to air that night. It is the live TV event that shocked a nation. Late Night with the Devil.
Well, that's interesting. I like the way they give us the backstory and set it up. That's interesting. It's almost like found footage, but not quite, because...
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by the Cavendish Group.
And it genuinely looks old. Like, they used the proper technology to make it look that way. It's cool.
Here's Mr. Midnight, Jack Delroy.
I still don't quite know about the owl thing. Because... Oh, and I love all the hairstyles and the clothes. It looks authentically 70s.
An incredible show lined up for you tonight as we celebrate Halloween. What do you got there, Gus?
A theremin, Jack.
Those are cool.
So you're not meant to touch it.
No, sir, no touching.
If only you'd shown the same restraint at the Melody Burlesque after Friday's show.
Hopefully he does. Don't be touching the dancers, boy.
It was your support that brought me back into this very studio a year ago. This show is, and it always has been, for you.
Love you, Jack!
And Leo, can we please get that woman a Nielsen viewing diary? Come on.
This is tricking me into liking him, but I don't trust him. I don't. The owl thing's making me think that there's something deeper.
Interest in the occult has seen a major revival in our first guest tonight. I am so excited about this young man. Some call him a medium, a spiritualist. Some have even called him a miracle worker.
Bet some call him a charlatan.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Christu.
Hello, Christu. You have interesting hair. Now let's see if he's legit. I doubt it. I am fairly skeptical.
Think of my mind like the ham radio, picking up frequencies in the airwaves. I no longer want to listen. I simply switch it off.
I think it is time, ladies and gentlemen,
To switch it on.
fire up those frequencies. Ladies and gentlemen, Christu.
Alright, let's see what you got there, man.
The letter P.
Okay, he's fake.
Peter. Pete. Peterson. I'm hearing the name Peterson. I'm sorry.
See, Peterson to Peterman.
My wife's maiden name was Peterman.
Yes, that is it. Peterman.
Looks like you went on a shopping spree down at Barney's Discount Costume Warehouse, huh? Don't be upset. I'm just ribbing you.
That guy's gonna be something, I think. It'd be interesting if he accidentally picked him up on something true.
Eddie? He was a son or brother for one of you, see?
Edmund was my little brother.
Something bad happened to Edmund. It's
Don't do this.
hard to talk about it.
Yeah, so don't.
Yes?
Don't do this.
Many-
It's so exploitative.
I know, but it feels like only yesterday.
This is awful.
Knew he was in so much pain.
Oh, this is rough.
Eddie wants you to know that he is at peace now.
This is cruel.
Could you please tell him that Papa was safe?
Oh, this is really sad.
I do not need to tell him this. He already knows.
Even if they feel good about it, it's not real. People cold reading that shit. Ugh.
Quick break, folks. One of the old friends of our show who always...
Oh, he's getting something real this time.
Minnie! Does anyone here know a Minnie? Please accept!
Does this name mean anything to anyone in the studio, no?
So much sadness.
Oh, he's really disturbing me.
An unmarried man with a wedding ring. The spirit needs to talk to you. Who are you?
Oh, that actually really got me. His eyes did weird things. That was creepy.
She's gone.
We're gonna be right back after these messages.
I would imagine so. And they're focusing on that skeleton guy again. I think he's something. He's something.
Hey, Mr. Christou, that was fantastic. You are truly blessed. It's just I saw restraints, Jack, and knives. We're a little spooked back there.
What the hell are you doing here? Get to wardrobe.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This guy's so 70s. 70s like exploded all over this man.
That bit with the lights was your idea, wasn't it?
If you liked it, yeah, I'll take full credit.
That last.
Look, whatever happened was great television. Don't let it rattle you.
President of marketing and his wife are sitting in the front row. You're looking directly at them. I don't understand that. Hey, they want him
Trying to host a national syndicated talk show.
and I'm trying to help you keep it on the air.
That's fair.
How's June? Did they land? Is she okay?
She's fine.
Great. The girl?
Jack, will you please relax?
Thinking they've got a properly possessed girl. And it's gonna go real bad.
Okay, how's my hair looking?
Very 70s. Yeah. Powder off some of that sweat, because he is not okay.
You got a little bit of sweat going on, honey.
Please, stop!
He's not okay. I like this, the double shot, the double view here.
Back in 5, 4.
He's not okay. They keep showing that skeleton. I'm telling ya.
Once known to us all as Carmichael the Conjurer, you remember him? Would have become one of the leading voices of the skeptics movement, Mr. Carmichael Haig.
So he's a reformed charlatan. Oh, he looks like he would have been a good magician. I mean, the eyebrows. Just the look. The eyes.
Mind if I smoked?
Oh boy, that was good.
I wonder if the actor knew that or if they taught him that. You know what I mean? I always wonder about stuff like that.
Come on! I'm right here. The International Federation of Scientific Investigation into the Paranormal.
Yes, it is our mission to test these claims and determine what is trickery and what may in fact be genuine psi phenomena. My dear friends Ed and Lorraine Warren declined the invitation to join me. Easily, I'm the first to admit the world would be a more interesting place if magically bend spoons or divine water with a stick. But until I am presented with irrefutable proof, I will continue to expose these men and women for the swindlers they are.
Exploiting people's trauma.
A substantial reward for anyone whose claims can be verified.
100 grand.
That's a decent chunk of money, particularly back then.
I do not need this man's money.
No, I imagine you don't. Not when there are so many naive but well-meaning people prepared to hand over their hard-earned.
You okay? Okay.
Yeah, this man's not okay.
Carr, explain to us Mr. Christou's readings then.
Cold readings.
What I saw was an admittedly accomplished performer. By my count, Christou flopped no less than 5 times. He hit on the tenuous Peterson connection.
It was Peterman.
He's flawless in hindsight.
Christou appeared to connect these two ladies with their deceased son. We all saw that.
To which I would say, even a broken clock is right twice a day.
False lies!
False lies, not just lies.
You, sir, like me, are a liar. The difference being, I'm honest about it.
Okay.
What a pussy.
I actually believe that last reading may have been meant for me. Minnie is the private nickname for my wife.
Oh.
An unmarried man wearing a wedding ring.
And Madeline's death was hardly a secret. This is
Something
what I'm
bad's
talking
happening.
about. It is. Let's see if the mad monk really can conjure up the spirit of your dead wife. $500,000 should be incentive enough, no?
Oh, wow.
Go to commercial. Go to a goddamn commercial.
Oh, well, that was gross. Black. It's black.
It's gonna.
Something's not right!
I need a doctor!
Holy shit.
The Surgeon General strongly advises taking Pepto-Bismol before speaking with the dead.
Christ, it must have been a seizure or something.
Seizures don't generally do that.
That bit about Madeline and your secret nickname, very impressive. There are only 3 ways he could have known about that. 1, he's actually psychic, which we both know is impossible. 2, he got lucky. Possible, but highly improbable. Or 3.
You think that I told him?
I wouldn't blame you if you did.
He's too rattled.
I'd have thought your high-powered friends at the Grove could pull a few strings.
You overestimate their influence.
You must invite me along one of these days to know if the rumors are true. The orgies, the arcane ceremonies, but mostly the orgies.
Jack.
This guy's gross, but I enjoy him.
I'll fit right in.
The orgies. The orgies.
The switchboard lit up like a Rosenberg bell.
People are upset, offended.
Angry, confused.
None of which is terrible news, of course.
4!
Oh, not my chair.
This guy is very rattled. Maybe he's not behind it, because he does seem genuinely rattled, but I still kind of... There's too much talk of the Grove. They talked about it. It's clearly part of it.
Thank you to everyone who's been calling in to check on Mr. Christou. He is receiving medical attention backstage.
They needn't bother. The man is perfectly fine, I assure you. Well, that's just an old vaudeville routine. Spouting, they call it. Controlled regurgitation.
He's not wrong in most cases, but there's...
About a month ago, a manuscript happened to cross my desk. I haven't been able to stop thinking about, quite frankly, Conversations with the Devil by Dr. June Ross Mitchell. And it is certain to challenge more than a few skeptics out there.
I like the little interference on the video.
Wanted to share with you all a clip produced by June's Psi Research Center. What you're about to see is profoundly disturbing and shocking.
Only this is the headquarters of the infamous First Church of Abraxas.
Blessings of hell upon us. Hail Abraxas!
The church's founder and leader, the enigmatic Xander Diabo.
Abraxas, the master demands sacrifice.
But even more alarming are the stories of children being bred for human sacrifice.
Oh, well, that's disgusting and scary.
Diabo claims that anyone who witnesses these rituals will fall under the spell of the demon Abraxas.
So why are you putting it on TV?
Federal agencies lay siege to the house. Diabo commands his followers to douse the premises and themselves in gasoline.
Aww. Yeah, and that kind of shit happens.
Among the smoldering ruins, 10-year-old girl is discovered. To explain Lily's strange behavior, the FBI contacts my Psi Research Center.
This is a recording of our first session. Who am I speaking to now? Is this the demon known as
Well, that's pretty disturbing.
Please welcome Dr. June Ross Mitchell and Lily.
Okay, so they're actually bringing Lily out now.
You can come out.
Oh, she's scared. She's too young for this.
Lily.
She's already bizarre to me. I'm guessing she's older than she appears. It's just the way she's dressed and her hair and everything.
Thank you, Mr. Delroy. I'm so glad you could join us too.
You don't have to look at the camera. You can actually talk directly to me. Have you ever watched my show before?
No, I'm normally in bed by now, but I know who you are, Mr. Delroy.
Oh, please. You can call me Jack.
June says you're very handsome, Jack.
He's fairly handsome.
The man, his wife died of cancer. I was very sad when I heard about that. I know what it's like to lose people who are close to you. It's lonely at first, but you'll get through.
It's kind of sweet.
Lily has been through more in her 13 years than most adults go through in a lifetime.
And you needn't worry about your TV show. I think you're going to be very famous soon.
Oh yeah, she's creeping me out big time.
We're going to spend some time getting to know these two extraordinary ladies.
I don't know if her acting's too obvious or if it's what they're going for. We'll see.
Time to make ourselves pretty again.
Don't I already look pretty, Jack? You're good.
Oh.
Thank you.
Weird kid.
Yeah, weird kid, definitely. But I mean, would you imagine kids like with that background to be normal? You wouldn't.
This is so much fun.
I really don't think it's a good idea, Jack. She's becoming more unpredictable.
Unpredictable, that's a good thing. It's what's gonna help sell your book.
This isn't about the book. Yesterday, she went into one of her fugue states, and she started saying your name.
She's excited about being on the show.
As if she was recalling something, but it was strange, even for her.
You've done the work. You're not gonna back out right now.
Okay.
My first responsibility is to Lily, and I'm telling you, it's too risky.
I respect it. I respect what she's saying.
She's not getting cold feet, is she?
But obviously she doesn't take the kid away from the situation.
Christo is dead.
What?
He had some kind of hemorrhage in the ambulance.
No. I thought that was all part of his act. Jesus
I know.
Christ.
Wow.
Nobody can find out about this, especially not you. Gosh.
I like this. I think it's written smartly.
Bill! And there was a questionnaire you had to complete before coming in.
Oh, and there was a lady in the lobby who asked a bunch of questions, too.
Mm-hmm.
It was the same woman who came out and helped Mr. Christo, and he...
Yes, I know. Thank you, ladies.
Yep. You got played there, girls. That sucks. That's what gets me.
Okay, Jack?
They exploit people's grief, and it really...
Everything is fine, sweetie.
I try not to talk over dialogue, which is kind of why I stopped and didn't fully finish this thought here, but the full thought was, losing someone is the hardest thing any of us will ever have to do. And for other people to exploit that vulnerability for their financial gain absolutely disgusts me. So, yeah, people like fake psychics and those people really don't like them. All right, back to the movie.
You call yourself a parapsychologist.
I call myself one because that's what I am, Jack. I have a PhD in the subject.
From the University of Hogwarts.
The Stanford Research Institute, actually.
The difference being?
Worth us continuing if this man is going to interrupt.
That's fair. Yes, please behave.
We parapsychologists believe there are certain phenomena that traditional science is ill-equipped to understand.
It's your belief that Lily here presents just such a case.
I've been combining age regression therapy with a growing understanding of ancient satanic rituals to grasp the nature of the demon that lurks within her.
Instead of getting it expelled?
These entities thrive on our confusion.
And our stupidity.
New scientific ideas are always greeted with some resistance. It's only the most close-minded that greet them with ridicule.
That's fair. Like, I'm fairly skeptical, but I still have an open mind about things.
That dagger was recovered from the remains of the Diabo house. It was used in many of the church's sacrificial ceremonies.
I would not touch it.
I can't stop it!
Oh, for...
Turn off your TV set!
Car.
Mr. Haig, we haven't come on here for your amusement.
Abraxas is the consummate showman. He craves an audience. His name is the source of the magician's favorite incantation.
Abracadabra.
Clever girl.
Oh, am I clever then too?
You have a name for this thing that lives inside of you.
I call him Mr. Wriggles.
That's creepy.
He kind of
wriggles
his way inside my head.
Ugh.
And then he wriggles his way out.
But with June's help, you are able to control him.
No. Unplug it, man. They keep showing the skeleton. Oh, wow. I saw a demon. I saw a demon there or something.
It was feeding back through your PA system. Same physics as when a soprano hits G over high C.
He's wrong, you know. It was Mr. Wriggles.
If you insist, little one.
Why must you be so condescending, Mr. Haig?
Uh-oh.
Mr. Wriggles is here in the studio with us right now.
I thought that was the point.
Be okay if we invited him on the show?
Jack, I thought I made it clear.
I think so.
No, I can't allow that. A summoning requires a carefully controlled environment. Conditions here are hardly conducive.
Can we? June, please.
This is a bad decision, but she's gonna make it, obviously. Well, let's into their relationship.
The people have spoken.
Then perhaps we can attempt a brief demonstration.
I do think we just watched their relationship break, though.
Live television first, as we attempt to commune with the devil. But not before a word from our sponsors.
That shouldn't be funny, but it was. Yeah, the position that he put her in just now. If I were in a relationship and it seemed like they were,
You bastard.
Oh, yeah.
You ambushed me.
Yep.
Did you hear anything I said back there? You know, for a talk show host, you're a terrible listener.
A little bit.
Lily's okay with it, aren't you, sweetheart?
She's a girl. She doesn't know.
You're meddling with things you don't understand.
A little bit.
All I'm trying to do is save our fucking show. Enough with the sanctimonious crap.
Dude, just leave.
I know about Christo.
Be the smart one and leave, little guy.
That Mr. Wriggles, isn't it? He's behind this whole thing. Crew's scared, Jack. I'm scared. Okay, some of us are talking about jumping ship.
Do it.
And you need to keep this fire and brimstone bullshit to yourself.
Gus, be smart and get out.
I am begging you to stop this before something terrible happens.
It's really hard for me to not have a cigarette when I see somebody else have a cigarette.
Dr. June Ross Mitchell will commence the demonstration.
If the entity is present tonight, it may manifest itself in any number of ways. Entry into our world is only possible through Lily. I merely provide the key that unlocks the door.
I feel like she doesn't understand what she's doing as much as she thinks.
It's vital that Lily's focus remains with me. Let us begin.
Such a bad idea. Let's do it.
Close your eyes, Lily, and let yourself sleep.
I'm feeling some jump scare time, maybe.
May I speak to the one you know as Mr. Wriggles?
Kinda don't want her to. A little intense.
If Mr. Wriggles... May I ask who is present now? Please let yourself be known. Speak.
You know who I am, Doctor. Who are these people? What is this?
We mean you no harm. We brought you into this realm to better understand your purpose.
My purpose? He's here, isn't he? Good to see you again, Jack.
I don't believe we've been acquainted.
Don't be a fool. We go way back. We met amongst the tall trees. Remember? Be careful now. You know what happened to his last whore? She died an ugly, ugly death.
Lily, come back to me.
Dr. June thinks you're very handsome, Jack.
Jack and June went up the hill to fuck each other's brains out. Jack each other.
That's enough!
She just struck a child on TV. I know she's not really in control of herself.
Lily, sweetheart?
But...
You know I can't help it.
I know. I never... No, Jack, stay where you are. Vade retro.
It's an owl. It's an owl.
The underworld and those who lie in it. That you shall not return!
How could you let it happen, Jack? How could you let it happen?
Yeah, I'm guessing he did something. That's why his wife died.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Aw.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I never should have put you in that position. Okay.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever seen anything like that?
Nope.
This is unconscionable, Jack. I would like to point out a number of tricks employed by the so-called doctor.
Right now, some messages.
Still clapping. Ooh, I wouldn't clap. It's amazing you clap just because you're supposed to. I would not applaud this. This is...
Is this a talk show or a fucking freak show?
I'm sorry, can we get a hand with these straps?
I got you.
June?
I don't know that I would restrain her yet. I don't trust
Jesus,
her.
I knew that we were gonna see something amazing. We gotta get you guys back on as soon as possible. This could become like a regular spot.
What's the matter with you?
What did she mean by that?
I don't know, you tell me.
I know.
There's something very special happening. I want to be a part of it.
No, you want to exploit it.
Can I see that? Thanks, guys. Go ahead.
Don't.
It's okay.
Don't have that anywhere near. She's so traumatized with that thing.
And the kids.
There's the skeleton again. I don't trust it.
Listen to me, you goddamn shit your pants Mick asshole. Dial up that grin. Dial it up and get on with your job.
I mean, he's an asshole and he had to go racial with it. I mean...
Should have cut the whole show right after Christo died.
Bombed, you mean?
Didn't you hear? He's dead. Puked his guts out on the way to Sinai.
We're on the home stretch.
You owe him some money, I think. Put that knife away. I don't think it's good for you to carry that thing.
The Communications Commission have called an emergency meeting. What did he say? Just that he thinks it's the biggest TV event since the moon landing. What the? Baby. The night Jack Delroy interviewed that cock-fucking devil. Ask when she'd be back. I'll do what I can. If anyone's gonna be kissing ass, it's them.
He's over there checking the floors and stuff for tricks.
Yeah, but at the end, I mean, she sounded just like Minnie. You heard
No, don't.
I just got spooked, that's all.
You should have got more than spooked.
She'd be saying, you get out there, Mr. Midnight, and you knock him dead.
I don't know if she'd be saying that. It sounds like he was involved somehow. Oh, I don't like that the knife is there. It's gonna come into play. Just like all these owls. Well, the band didn't run off, looks like. Oh, no, somebody did.
I'm sorry if Mr. Riggles said anything rude.
Right, enough with all this subterfuge. May I, Jack?
It is his turn.
Trying to hear you explain away what we all just witnessed here. Let's hear it.
My chief concern is the welfare, indeed the sanity, of this young
How
girl.
dare you?
No, he's right.
Before I became her guardian.
She's her guardian too? God.
Right, I also gave her two things I'm sure you're just as skeptical of. Love and compassion.
I can assure you all, there is no demon lurking inside this child. She has been placed in a hypnotic state, then manipulated by the good doctor to perform her bit.
How do you explain the physical transformations with the voice change? There was banging on the walls of the studio.
She levitated, for God's sakes.
The stagecraft was impeccable.
You are just a self-righteous, cold-hearted weasel his way out of parting with $500,000.
No, I think he's genuinely skeptical of it.
I'd like to prove my thesis beyond a shadow of doubt.
Let's do it.
Be my guest.
I think he's gonna die.
We'll need a volunteer. Thank you, Gus.
No, don't kill Gus. I like Gus. He's scared. And he seems like a decent man. Which means he's gonna die.
Do as you're told, Gus. Gus!
Gus, just leave, man. You're like the only person I really like here. Everyone else seems like an asshole.
Jack, what I have in store should provide a very fitting climax to your show.
My wife likes the way my head sits on my shoulders. You're not planning to,
Make it spin? Oh, I plan to make everybody's head spin.
Oh, no. Poor Gus. He's gonna die.
Bit of atmosphere never hurt. Are we feeling comfortable?
No.
Sure.
No.
It's important that everyone is as relaxed as they can be.
I don't see that being a thing, but hey.
Something here that I want you all to look at.
I like the watch. It's nifty looking. Oh, that's cool.
I will now ask you all to stare into my watch. Watch carefully.
Okay. Watching.
Round.
Watching the watch.
Good. Tell me all about this vermophobia of yours. Your morbid fear of worms.
Oh, don't do this to this man.
What is it about them that so unsettles you?
They're such ugly, slimy things. No eyes.
Indeed. Quite grotesque. They seem to thrive wherever it's dark and moist. The mud. The human body, even.
Disgusting.
Don't do this to Gus.
Very deep trance.
Okie dokie, you're the expert.
And when I click my fingers, you will be entirely under my command.
Look, this is silly. I don't think it.
Don't do anything awful to this man. He's the only nice one.
Do you know where you are?
Here. In the studio.
You don't feel any different?
No. Jesus. It's hot in here.
I don't like whatever is happening to him. Oh,
Skin's itchy.
He's getting all red. He's getting hives.
Your neck. It's bleeding.
Oh, don't do this to me. It's worms. It's a worm. Don't do this to this poor man.
What is that?
Jesus!
No.
No.
No, don't do this to him. This poor man.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ.
Oh, no, not Gus.
Why is Gus acting so silly?
This wasn't meant to happen.
Oh, that's
Trainer, here, awake!
Oh, good.
How do you feel, Gus?
Fine.
Hopefully he doesn't remember anything.
Jeez, when did that happen?
Okay, good.
Worms all over you.
Oh, God, I hope not. I hate worms.
We know.
What the hell just happened?
I did the exact same thing June did. That I used to be the best. Perhaps I still am. Now would be the appropriate time to applaud.
See, they just applaud when they're supposed to. It's weird.
Hypnotized all of us.
I'm pretty sure I had most of you here in the studio and a number of our viewers at home.
Apparently got me.
Can you get the guys up in videotape to play back that last bit?
Bravo. Yes, let's do that. Best idea you've had all night, Jack.
It would be interesting if it comes back and it
You
actually
don't feel any different?
shows up. If it actually shows up, it'd be interesting.
Because something dreadful is about to happen.
He didn't say that, did
Ghostly
he?
sound.
That is not the way I remember it.
It's like something's
Interesting.
crawling under your skin.
I don't be embarrassed, dude, but I would sue this guy for emotional damage. It's cool. They had to act this multiple times in different ways.
I've never been so embarrassed in my whole life.
Dude, just be happy that you're not dead.
Looks like you have made fools of us all once again.
All in a day's work.
I did not hypnotize Lily or the studio audience or
Oh,
the
come
viewers
on,
at
Doctor.
home.
Check the footage.
Then maybe we should look back at that part of the show too, Jack.
Yeah. That's what I said.
You don't think the television cameras lie?
No, of course not.
Please, Lily has been through enough. No.
Folks, I'm sorry, our producers are telling me that Cleo James is standing by to take us out.
Is he doing the right thing and not showing it?
We should bring her back at a later date because we can't leave everybody hanging like this.
He almost made the right decision.
Sorry, we can no longer take any part in any of this. Lily, we're leaving.
We want everyone to know the truth. We're staying.
This poor girl. She's been through awful stuff.
Quiet.
You say cameras don't lie, right, Carl?
There must be some rational explanation. We may need to take these tapes in for forensic examination.
Like they had time to do anything to him, though.
We've been acquainted.
Don't be a fool.
Did you see that? I'm sorry, can you stop it? Go from there, but very slow, please.
I'm guessing his wife's face. I felt like I saw a face or something.
Oh, that's just a glitch, Jack.
No, it's something else. Go one frame at a time. Minnie?
I saw her hand.
You set the whole thing up. Genius, Jack. Cynical, depraved. Genius.
Are you
help here?
Now!
There's the skeleton. I'm probably so wrong in that theory, but I'm not gonna hold on to it, man. Well done.
The power of Christ compels you.
I doubt it. Come on, Gus. Aw, man. Bye, Gus. I loved you, man. He's the only one I liked. Well, the good doctor's gone.
Lord of Flies, God of our God, we promise to worship and obey thee and perform thy unholy bidding.
Oh, well, he was ready to just serve. Like, he needed that. Like, that was gonna help you, dude. Melted the skeptic. Okay, then. Yeah, get out of there, Jack. I should say so. Fair enough, station difficulties. There's a decent amount of movie left. A few minutes, anyway.
But now, Jack Delroy!
Did he just go mad?
Come on in, Jack.
I think he just went mad.
How did I get here?
Same way you always get here, Jack. Straight down 5th and right on 47th. You okay, Jack?
He's gone to hell, maybe? Is this all to torment him? Oh. Creepy, creepy, creepy.
I am sick of that crowd today cooking your saber-tooth stew.
he's reliving his life.
What the fuck is going on?
Don't think that's the line we rehearsed.
Oh, where are you going, Jack? Jack, we're still on air. Get her out so you can have a really good look. Hello.
Jesus.
Here she is. Well, Jack, she's perfectly harmless.
No.
Why, you should have seen him blush when he came backstage. Remember, darling? Is that another thing you've managed to forget?
You're dead.
All right. Yeah. A lot of difficulties, I'm seeing. And now that's melting. Okay. All right.
Okay, give the Wheel of Wonder a big spin. Just remember to let go. Spin the wheel!
Oh. And there's the watch.
Switch off your television. Turn off your TV set.
He's in hell now.
Turn it off! Turn it off! Stop!
Jack Delroy's greatest sacrifice is yet to come.
I imagine it was his wife. Yep. And we got some owls, or at least bird-like masks of some kind. There he is! I knew it.
Great show tonight. Go.
Mm-hmm.
Now drink up, Jack.
I'm guessing he didn't fully believe in what they were doing, so he didn't realize it would work. So he didn't realize that it would come true, whatever he was giving up. Yep, I figured.
They told you you could have it all, didn't they? Be number one. Well, you finally made it, darling. But you had to pay a price. Except Minnie. Stage left.
Never thought that they...
Yeah, he didn't think it would actually work.
Your soul belonged to them. It still does.
It wasn't supposed to turn out this way. You have to believe me.
You're own now, Jack.
I love you.
Then, please, do this one last thing for me. Pain, please.
Well, the knife came back into play. I knew it would. But I'm feeling like he's not actually going to be stabbing his wife, whatever he thinks he's doing. Yeah, I figured. Yeah.
Dreamer here, awake. Dreamer here, awake. Dreamer here, awake.
Well, he's definitely going to be remembered.
Dreamer here.
So I'm guessing he sold his soul for fame, and he got it. I liked it. I really liked the premise. I think it was really interesting. You know, it really got me. A lot of the scares got me. It was very uncomfortable a lot of times, very tense. I think it was very smartly done for the most part. Towards the end, they kind of lost me a little. It just felt kind of like as soon as her head ripped apart and she started doing this, it started to lose me a little bit. It just seemed too much to me. Just almost cartoony in a way. But, you know, overall, I really liked it. I did. I enjoyed it. I think it was overall really interesting. And so my first impression is that was not a waste of time or anything. I enjoyed that. I think it was very interesting. Interesting premise. Might have to think about that and maybe get an explanation, because I think I might have got a little confused. So I might look into that a little bit more, and if I come to some different conclusions, I will record more and add it to the end of the video. My hair's driving me crazy. There's this one little piece here that I can't quite get to obey me. So it is the next day. I have edited the video up to this point, and I decided to film a little more of a review, just to wrap things up, because I had a few thoughts after editing and all of that. I wrote down a few things that I wanted to cover. One was I was pretty taken out of the movie towards the end. A lot of it was mostly just the special effects they used in the climax. Just kind of threw me. But I was thinking that maybe it was a deliberate choice on the filmmaker's parts to have kind of a lower budget looking special effect for that, to kind of in keeping with the 70s aesthetic. So it might have been an aesthetic choice, is what I'm thinking. That is a possibility. Otherwise, it was just they did the best they could with the budget they had, which, you know, that happens. So it wasn't terrible. It just was so almost cartoonish. It was just too much for me personally. So it was more of a preference. And like I said, I think it might have been an aesthetic choice. So not sure about that. The only criticism, because I wouldn't call that a criticism, that was more of a preference, because it wasn't so bad that it was distracting or anything. So I wouldn't call it a detriment. But one thing I would say as an actual criticism has to do with the final scene with the wife. I was really bothered by that scene because it was so on the nose. Like, the dialogue was so on the nose, because up to that point, a lot of the movie had been very ambiguous and kind of left up to interpretation. There were, you know, is it real, is it not? They kind of played on that a little bit with having the two different opposing sides via the talk show interviewees, the guests. But then when we got to the scene with the wife, it was so on the nose that it was just so obvious. And it felt like they added that because they were worried people wouldn't get it otherwise. Which, I mean, maybe they wouldn't. I do have a tendency to analyze movies as I watch them, and so I tend to pick up on some things like that. So maybe the ending was necessary to explain to people who didn't get it. But to me, it felt so obvious and on the nose that it was really just, it felt like bad writing to me. Because just like when she said, they told you could have it all, Jack, didn't they? You know, you've made it, darling. You know, it just was almost melodramatic. The writing didn't feel as clever as the rest of the writing in the movie. So it was just like, it was almost like somebody else came in and wrote that scene for them and said, here, you must put this in your movie. And then, so they did. But it kind of felt out of place to me. There was no grace in the way that final scene played out. It was very just hammer and just hammering that ending into your brain, you know. And it just felt like they just wanted to hand it to you and just shove it in your face. It was just too much. So that, I would say, would be my only real criticism. Otherwise, everything that I didn't like or that didn't quite appeal to me is more preference. That one I would say would be a genuine criticism that I think that they probably could have done better, is that they just took the ending and just beat you over the head with it until you got it. And it just, I didn't like that. I honestly, if I had been in charge of this, I would have cut that scene out entirely and just had it end with him screaming, turn it off, and just have him screaming, turn it off in different scenarios, and just for like a couple more minutes and then maybe fade it out or something. I don't know, I'm not a director, but I do think I would have ended it with that sequence in some fashion, rather than hammering your head with the ending, because it was just like so heavy-handed the way they did it. There was just no grace to it. It felt very strange to me. Like I said, that's my only real criticism. Otherwise, I really enjoyed it. I really thought a lot of it was very, very smartly written. I thought it was quite clever. I thought the 70s aesthetic was spot on. And I think it was really smart of them to add the skeptic character, because it gave people like me someone to identify with, even though he was a bit of an asshole. Quite a bit of an asshole. But, so I didn't identify with his personality, but I definitely identified with his viewpoint. And it was very smart of them. That's my dog, don't mind her. It was very smart of them to have characters that would represent both viewpoints in this kind of scenario, and that both of them, you know, made good points. I think that was actually really smart, that they made the parapsychologist quite reasonable overall, even though she believed in this thing that was kind of far-fetched in general. I mean, obviously, in this case, she was right. But even if what she believed was far-fetched, she was otherwise a fairly reasonable, rational person. And, you know, made her point very well. She was very good at sparring verbally with the skeptic character. So, and the skeptic character made good points as well, in between being a dick. So that was good. All the acting was really good. What is his name? I'm going to look this up. The main actor is named David Dastmalchian. David Dastmalchian? I am not sure how you would pronounce that. I'm not even sure what type of name that is, like, in terms of where it originated in the world. I've never heard that name, so that's an interesting name. I apologize if I totally wrecked it. He was really good. He played it quite well, because even though I was suspicious of him and kind of knew from the beginning what was going on, that he was involved in that cult and that the cult itself was behind all of this, so that, you know, I kind of figured that out early on. But I still liked him. He was still appealing, and that's because the actor had a lot of charisma and played him really well. So kudos to him. He did a good job. And also the guy who played the skeptic. I want to look up his name because honestly, he was really good. I noticed during the reaction, I noticed and I said all the acting was good. But as I was editing, I enjoyed his performance even more. His name is Ian Bliss, apparently. And apparently he's Australian, and kudos to him because I did not hear Australian in his voice whatsoever. He sounded, American? I think it was an American accent that he was doing, and yeah, I didn't hear Australia in his voice at all, so good job there, Ian. Mr. Ian Bliss. Yeah, he did very well. Everybody did well, but those two were, the two shining stars in this, I think. That wraps up my review. It was good. I enjoyed it. There was a few things that I felt could have been done better, but overall really good, really smart, clever, and unique premise. I liked it. It was definitely something different. Okay. Well, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you can always leave me a like or a comment. I do appreciate that. It does help out. And if you want to, you can subscribe for more. And if you're interested, you can check out the Patreon for the uncut reactions. Okay. Thanks again. Hope to see you in the next one. I'm Jessie Nebulous. Bye.